Don't try this at home, folks. The purpose of this video is to entertain you with metal flying objects destroying mannequins and vehicles, but at the same time, hopefully send a message to every single person watching this that tow balls are dangerous. Do not use them. They may not go now, they will eventually go, as you will see. Another reason for this video is this list of people that have died. This is just from Australia. There are people worldwide. Don't use snatch straps on tow balls or anything on tow balls unless you want to add yourself to this list. And I still have one mate in particular. You will know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention your name. You still use tow balls. This video, if this doesn't stop you from using tow balls, well, you're just going to kill yourself one day, mate. There will no doubt be people criticising the safety exercise in this video or in this content creation. Every safety precaution was taken. No one was in the firing line. There's no possible chance anyone could have got hit, except for me in the vehicle. In the vehicle, we had sandbags and we had a steel plate keeping me safe. Now, it's never 100% safe. I can't afford a stuntman, so I have to act as that myself. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you all learned a lesson. And later in the video, there will also be how you are supposed to recover a vehicle with the correct recovery points. Enjoy. Don't try this at home. We have a Triton over here. What we are going to do is we are going to recover using the tow ball. Yes, the tow ball. You shouldn't do that, but that's what we are going to do. We're going to break that tow ball off and show you what happens. And that's what these fine people here are for. Right here. Women, children, men. This is going to be interesting. You know my good sir? You got the sun. I'm good. Pedro, I told you secretly. That 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. By attempt number 7, I wasn't thinking it was going to go anywhere because all these other weak points have been created on the vehicle. However, the tow ball was showing signs of weakness as well. It was starting to get a bit rattly. So number 8 is coming up now. All right, 3, 2.
It hit her clean in the head. Took out her head, but the head off. Yeah. Good. Finally.
The speed I've estimated is by calculating with the frame rates. So it's thereabouts. That's why it's estimated speed. I'm not a scientist or a mathematician. I'm just here to break stuff so you guys can see what happens. Now watch closely in this footage. I've made it easy by circling the tow ball. You will see the tow ball and you'll see it just missing the little girl. The strap actually takes her out in the end, but that tow ball was within inches of hitting her right in the head. attempts, I am really sore. Attempt 5 and 7. Oh, nearly tore my back out, I reckon. Yeah, it's pretty full on. So there you go. If you do use tow balls, it might not come off this time, but it will eventually come off. We can't even find a tow ball, it's somewhere out there. We have 10 tow balls to go through now. We've cut them down to about halfway, some in different places, just to try and not make it so hard on me now. So now we just want to get it sent off, because to get that number 8, yeah, I was flinching when I thought I was going to stop, and I just kept going, so I was pretty relieved there. And pretty awesome how it hit that dummy as well. So imagine if that was a child, that would not end well. So I'm going to relax while we set the rest up, and then hopefully these other tow balls coming off a bit easier. So you can see the damage it has done here. This tow assembly is not the strongest. The ball did hold up for a while though, but it was getting looser and looser, and that's why I persisted, because it got to a point where I thought, you know what, all this is going to come off anyway. And it was either going to be the ball or this. The ball eventually went. So this is one of the balls we've weakened. There we go. There's a cut here. It's actually less than halfway. We'll see if that makes much of a difference.
Just to clarify, the first tow ball was seized onto the Triton and was not weakened. Tow ball number 2, the weakened one. It's still sheared off with so much force. Check out what happened to the back of the Jeep. Have a close look.
The car there. Oh, you were close. Get some photos, get some photos.
This is the entry hole on the back, which is fiberglass. I didn't know Cherokee was fiberglass. And then in here, it's gone through. And here's fiberglass from the back door that travel with the tow ball. The tow ball's in there, between the tyre and the steel plates, so they've made it to the other side of the barrier. I'm not sure how that happened. Yeah, I might put some more stuff here, I think. That's where we grounded it in the shed. Wayne did it, and that's where it snapped off. You can see it was fractured off.
Next one.
Okay.
You're gonna go full?
I think we need to cut them the same as that one, because I was happy with that one. This one here, that's the same. Oh, that one's even weaker.
Yeah, that one's got 2 cut. Get your eye in now, have you?
This one was a bit of an anticlimax. However, you do spot the ball, the tow ball, it hits the ground. But the strap also is a damaging factor, which just missed the corner of the vehicle and went over it. If it wasn't for this high-speed footage, we would have no idea where these balls actually went.
We're up in the ante. We had one hit a mannequin, one inside the vehicle, one go over the vehicle, just missing the back corner. And now we're going to add a chain in the mix. Some people do this. Some people recover straight off the chain. We're going to do snatch strap with chain and show you what happens when you add more metal to the mix. This is not going to end well.
This time the innocent bystander gets hit by the chain, not the strap. A perfect example why to never use chains or tow balls in recoveries. Tow ball number 5. Time and time again, we see people standing so close to recoveries. This is a frightening example. Check out the chain wrapping around the last lady's legs before snapping them. The time has come to change things up. Instead of sending tow balls towards myself in the Jeep, I'm going to send tow balls towards the Triton.
What happened to the GoPro?
Where's the GoPro? I don't know.
We went in, did it?
Where's the GoPro?
At least it hit. I heard something smash.
Oh, it hit the tailgate.
Oh, the strap hit it. The strap hit it.
Oh, he totaled ahead.
Oh,
It missed.
oh wow, look at this. Knocked him over.
Somebody's head went.
I found some of the GoPro.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Oh, has it lived? It has. Oh, shit. God. That's
Still recording.
That's going to be the
Shot though.
By now you would have seen the destruction just a strap can do as well. These recovery straps, they're like giant lackey bands that store so much kinetic energy that when they release, they really come back hard and fast. And you can see the dent it put into the Triton and ripped the GoPro off. Now there is a tow ball involved here too. Not sure if you spotted that yet. Have a close look now and you'll see that it just missed the window. we added a chain back into the mix with the tow ball, and with tow ball 7 you'll see on a different angle shortly how it comes back and hits the Triton. Pretty hard. It also completely destroyed the tow assembly on this Mitsubishi Triton, which is now bits are missing.
Good glorious morning. Day 2 of the tow ball destruction. Who's going to survive that one? We're hoping to from into the vehicle to show you what can actually happen, because that's how a lot of people have actually died. They've gone into the vehicle. Dylan's just getting everything ready over here. So before we get to this and we go to our final destruction countdown and show you what you shouldn't do, we are now going to show you what you should do. So over here we have our trainers, you know, Wayne.
Morning.
And Stu, the head of our training.
Morning.
Four-wheeling Australia. Rightio guys, show us how it's properly done.
So first thing we're going to do, we're going to pull this tow hitch out. That's a big no-no. Instead we're going to use one of these rated recovery points, back to 55. Put a shackle on there. So this pretty much just goes in here. Pin goes back in. So if you don't have one of these recovery points, you can use the pin as a backup. It's way safer than using the tow ball.
What we want to do then is we want to check the strap before we connect it all up. So here we're just making sure it is a snatch strap. You don't want to be using any of the other types of straps, only the snatch strap. It's 8 tonne, so it's perfect for this size car. So I'll let Wayne connect it there while I go along, and I'll be just checking make sure there's no tears, no damage, nothing that you can see visually. We're using 2 of the bags here. Fill them up with sand. Make sure you do. Weight them down. Some people don't bother to do that, but it's important you do. Just making sure no kinks. Just checking the second bag. Yep, we've already filled that with sand. And finally just checking the connection point here. So I'm just going to connect it with a bow shackle. Just turn it back one. I'm using the rating points here. Don't use the factory hold down points. Make sure you're using the rated connections. And then we're good to go.
The boys will now show how much force it actually takes. It doesn't take much at all. My motto is, if it requires a lot of force with a snatch strap, use a winch. Of course, if you don't have a winch, that may not be a luxury. Always dig out the tyres all around, make it the least resistance as possible. So a shovel is the first thing you should use. Alright, and get out of the death zone. So that's what I'm going to do now. Rightio boys! That amount of force is usually all it takes. It just pops the car up and off you go again. But you got to do the legwork with digging out beforehand. That's where you're going to put a lot less strain on all your points, the straps and everything, and the vehicle itself. There are more videos about how to recover in more detail. This is just a quick message, because this needs to be in this video, because we're showing how you're not supposed to do it. That is how you do it. Let's go kill some mannequins. Alright, thanks for watching. Subscribe up here, patreon.com/Ronny Dahl. If it wasn't for these people up here, this project would not be possible. And another video down there. Cheers guys. Don't add yourself to the list.